Good evening, everybody. This is a stock market recap for Tuesday, March 25th. We are still looking good. As long as we keep our hourly or 4-hour uptrend, actually is more important. We are looking great. We saw continuation. We're still holding this gap up. And what I'm going to be looking for, we are decreasing in volume as far as the S&P goes. What I'm going to be looking at is when we do see consolidation, does bigger volume like this keep coming in and pushing us down, or do we keep smaller volume like this that as we watch the daily consolidation happen? But that's not in the cards yet. We still have to lose the hourly uptrend, which everything's looking good so far. On futures, we're looking like we might be forming a cup and handle here potentially, but everything's looking good, and all our daily our 4-hour and hourly 12 EMAs all are below us now. So as long as those are support, that could easily guide us up and V-shape us up to our recent highs. So NASDAQ up 0.5%. ES was only, or SPY was only up 0.25% today. But any continuation is a good thing. That was just my caution, was that we had a very low volume, very light volume day, which we haven't seen in a month now. So that is just a caution that we might see daily consolidation coming here soon. But even with the S&P, we don't have to have big volume to make the S&P keep going up. The Dow making lots of room for its higher low, daily higher low. We're coming up to the 50 moving average on everything as well. They're all pretty close, similar. The Russell's like a little bit behind. So the Russell's the only thing that's kind of holding back at this time. SMH, semiconductors, same as the NASDAQ. But we need, so ideally we need semiconductors to start lifting us up more. We saw the daily trend change without any follow-through, not much follow-through, at this time. We need to get this above the 50 and 200 moving average. So that area could be a concern, plus this 235 resistance right here. We have a lot of confluence happening in that one area that we could easily see a push down from that point. As far as new all-time highs, we had 45 new all-time highs, more notably ICE and WMB, same as yesterday, so they're still making new highs, getting bought up on like any 5 or 15 minute oversolds, keep getting bought up. EXE, where is it? EXE, Expand Energy Corporation, had 4.5 million volume, it's around 109. It's an energy sector, and I think that was it. So we're still the same names, and then EXE is now added to my list. I think that was it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm adding to my list today. Going back, so Meta. We are double topped essentially at the 632 area. We broke it by very little. So caution that we could end up forming a right shoulder here. A breakout with no follow through. And we also have the 50 moving average above us. We didn't hit 4-hour overbought. We did hit hourly overbought. But let's see where volume. Yeah. So caution that could have been the top, and then we might be seeing a right shoulder form, but that is not the case until we lose our hourly uptrend at the very least. That has to happen first. So as long as we can keep holding this 12 moving average on the hourly, then there's nothing to worry about, and we can break through that resistance level. Nvda still hasn't managed to change its daily trend yet. We kind of have a cup and handle here. We saw daily consolidation here, just bouncing off the 12 moving average. As long as we don't lose the yeah, we're still bull flagging right here, so everything's looking primed, like it is ready to go. So we just need a candle here, breakaway candle, but we also have the 50 moving average right above too. So Nvda is just another one of those names that has a lot of resistance on it built up now. A lot of big resistance levels, so we need to do a lot of work on this name and a lot of the semiconductors. Tesla, seeing another breakaway candle, big volume too. This is definitely confirming the price action and volume here are matching. We're coming up to the 250 moving average now. So that could be an area of resistance, or there's 303, even 300. Like that 300 to 305, I would say is going to be, let's see where 307 is our 50 moving average. So 300 to 307 is going to be a big resistance to be breaking through. But good candle, nice hammer candle on the day. And as long as we're holding this hourly uptrend, that is very healthy movement, and we can get extended to the upside even. As long as we keep our hourly uptrend, 4-hour uptrend, we're looking good. Palantir, a small volume day, could be a potential top being put in. We're just looking for a daily lower high than 109.07. Obviously 100 is going to be a bit of a... Oh, we have a gap fill here. Yeah, we have a gap fill between 99 and 100. So that looks like what we want to fill here at this move, but we've also left a gap behind here, so caution on that. We are hitting 4-hour overboughts now. As long as I'd be watching the 4-hour uptrend, as long as we're keeping that looks good. And we're still way above the 50 moving average and the 12 moving average on the daily, so that looks really good. Apple, nice breakaway candle, getting out of the, because we were just still bear flagging right here. Now we're officially breakaway candle, decent volume, not that big a volume though, so that's but at least we're getting to the 200 moving average and getting above the 12, and then we'll have, if we continue this, we'll have the golden pocket and the 50 moving average that could end up being some trouble for us. And we're approaching 4-hour overbought, which I'm potentially 4-hour overbought could mark our weekly lower high. So we have to be cautious of that. And that's the same with everything else. Like I said, I'm going to be de-risking once I hit 4-hour overbought. ES already is there, but once SPY hits 4-hour overbought, I will be looking to de-risk and make sure I'm in a free position at that point. And I would be interested in pullbacks. I would be interested in 1-hour oversolds to try and get a daily higher low on the way back up, or potentially 4-hour oversolds. But I don't want to be full position size when we get to that point, because consolidation will be inevitable at some point, so that's what we need to prepare for. And I don't want to just hold this all the way back down in the event we do go back down. And actually, if that is the case, if we do end up heading back down, be watching the volume. The volume will be the telltale. I would expect this type of volume to push us back down, not small volume, because that would be fear selling. And so be watching for this on the way back down. All right, IBM, still seeing more continuation. We're just looking for a daily lower high than 254.63, and then if we can't break that, then we would be looking for putting in the right shoulder and an inverse head and shoulders here. Google, just looking for the daily lower high, then 176.70, and then we could be looking at a potential inverse head and shoulders on the weekly. Getting 4-hour overbought though, so that's where that's where this resistance could come into play with the 4 hour overbought. And that's why I would be looking for a potential 4 hour higher low or a daily higher low to form at this point. Now we're starting to get extended. If you're in the trade, just watch the hourly uptrend, or the 4 hour uptrend. As long as that's behind you, this we can still break out. It's nothing says we have to stop there, but that's just the most likely scenario, is to see a lower high, barring any news. Amazon, just looking for that daily lower high. Then 219.97. That's a lot of room to play with. We got the 50 moving hour. Oh wait, sorry. Actually, we have another resistance here. 209.98 potentially, and that's coming up to the 50 moving average as well. So caution there that we could see some resistance and may want to start our daily consolidation. We are declining in volume, so yeah, that could be gearing up here in the next few days. Baba, kind of a bearish candle. I'm interested if we can hit 4 hour oversold. We haven't quite hit there yet, but yeah, now we're underneath the 12 moving average. We're trying to change they're trying to change the trend bearish now on the daily. Yeah, I've got alerts set here. No guarantees. I'm taking these trades. I just kind of, if I see a good level to play off of, that's when I take these trades. So I'm ready for it. I've got one on a break of 125 and one for 4 hour oversolds. If it's possible, I might take it, but no guarantees. AMD, a little bit of continuation here. Still looking for a lower high than 116.55, and now we're above the 50 moving average, so that's good. And we'll see if we get that lower high than 116.55, and if we do form this inverse head and shoulders on the weekly. Visa, seeing continuation, support coming right off the 12 moving average, so that's good. You want to see that getting above the 0.382, getting close to the 0.5 now. And we will see if 4 hour overbought becomes resistance and sets a weekly lower high. Could be around the golden pocket, and that could be a target for the bears to start piling in. So we'll see. Have to see that, but as long as we're holding the 4 hour 12 VMA, looks good. RGTI, not that big of a day, closing right at the 50 moving average, and we're just looking for that daily lower high than 1140, and now we've made enough room that we could potentially be setting up an equilibrium at this point. But this was a big pullback, so I would definitely be expecting a lower high on the way back up. And this is could be a kind of a weekly inverse or two-day inverse head and shoulders. That could be what is setting up here, and that'll push us towards the 1620 level, because that's all we're looking for is a weekly. This is a weekly equilibrium at this point, and we're just looking for a weekly lower high than 1620, and that we could trade in this area for quite a long time as our weekly RSI is cooling off, which could potentially set us up for a big move, like a GameStop move, because this is quite a big move already. But we'll have to see which way this breaks. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at overall on RGTI. Microsoft, just looking for that daily lower high than 402.15. Potentially, we've got the 50 moving average right at that too, so that could definitely come into play here, and looking at this as a inverse head and shoulders at this point. But we've made lots of room that we should expect a higher low on the way back down. So Microsoft's starting to look better. then if that's the case, we'll just be looking for a lower high than 419.31, which, yeah, we need to get above the 50 and the 200 moving average for that. SMCI, just in this daily equilibrium still, kind of a bearish close on the day. But yeah, we're just playing in this equilibrium, so the break of that will be key, and I would be expecting pretty good volatility at that point. We kind of got this, yeah, there's a lot of touches on this uptrend. So if we lose this uptrend line, it's very possible we could fall through. Yeah, so there's a lot of touches on this. So hopefully we hold that line. CrowdStrike, seeing good continuation here. Just looking for that daily lower high than 406.53, but we've made lots of room for a higher low on the way back down. And as long as we're holding the 12 moving average on the way back up, this could easily just give us a quick inverse head and shoulders, and then we're just looking at all-time highs. Spotify, still looking for that same thing, but better setup. Looking for that lower high than 626.56, and we're just getting to it right now, so potentially that could mark a top for us, and we'll see a higher low. As long as we're holding this daily 12 moving average, though, we look really good. And that's all I'm going to go over today. Yeah, we're making lots of new all-time highs. Things are starting to shape up and look pretty good. As long as we're not seeing big volume coming in and pushing us down, I would expect our lows to hold at this point, unless unless something new comes up. I'm bullish at this point, and as long as we're holding this daily uptrend, we are looking fine. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow, and we will go over. I'll do my recap tomorrow. Probably not doing a pre-market. It's just hard doing 2 days. All right, I will catch you. Bye.